Hey everybody out there, this is Tat Comics. My brother tagged me in one of his vids about my favorite, I guess, Batman issue or a Batman comic book series that I really enjoyed reading. And the one I've always really liked the most was The Cult. But then I thought, I haven't read that book in a while and I don't have the number one of it, so I figured I'd read a other Batman story, and I remembered I had this book and I hadn't had a chance to read it, so I did. And it's Batman Detective Comics Annual Number 1. And yeah, if I start to slur my words or say something wrong, it's because I've had a few of these, man. Had a few of these. But anyways, I read this story and I really enjoyed it. There's parts in here that really made me laugh, and there's other parts, it just kind of sucked me in more into, what the character was all about, that Batman was going against. And it starts off here where they're going to Arkham Asylum in Gotham City. And I believe the people that are driving up are Commissioner Gordon. And, he's coming there to see the doctor there. And as you can see, this right here, this is the doctor. And he's in this cell, and he's talking to this guy. And, he's trying to, get some information out of him in a way where, he's trying to say, like, I've rehabilitated you and everything. And, lo and behold, he finds he's been duped, that the guy wasn't even there. And, Commissioner Gordon tells him, hey man, you've been imagining he's here. He pulled a fast one on you, he escaped a long time ago. And the character, I guess he's called Black Mask. And so, his powers is that, when he puts on this mask, that he's able to control your mind and make you do things that, you normally wouldn't do. After the doctor finds out, that he's been duped and all that stuff, he's kind of pissed and he's not happy. And Gordon, says, hey, well, is there anybody that that he might have talked to? So that's what's happening there in a couple pages. Then it goes bam right into this page here. Here's Batman. He's at a carnival of all places, and he's fighting this character here. As far as I can tell, I think they really gave his name, but I was calling Bull. But anyways, Batman's riding his back, whatever, not trying to take him down, and this guy's pretty big, and shows, he's throwing Batman around like a rag doll, and Batman, he's thinking in his head, like, God, what's going on? What's this guy about? And he realizes, that some of the train tracks got jacked up for this roller coaster ride, so he throws two of his not grapples, but I guess you call them God. See, like I said, dude, it's because of this, man. Maybe I should have drank that before I read the book. As you can see, he saves the day there. And there's a couple cool ads in the book too that I looked at. And then he gets basically cracked in the back by a big piece of wood, and the guy takes off. And the fight scenes in this book are pretty good too. And he goes back to Commissioner Gordon, and lo and behold, he's talking to Clayface, and he's trying to get some information out of him. Clayface is being stubborn as ever, saying, I ain't gonna help you, dude, what the hell, kind of thing. And then Commissioner Gordon pulls a fast one on him, and he pulls out this vial. Clayface sees it and starts freaking out, and he's like, hey man, if you don't give me that, right here he says, give it to me, or I'll kill everyone you've ever known or loved if you don't swear. It says, I swear to it. So, Commissioner Gordon and his buddy are like, oh man, says, good idea there, that kind of thing. So I guess, he does get some information at Clayface. Then there's another ad. Sorry if this is taking a long time. And then here comes this guy again. He comes in here and he realizes all the heads are off and he's freaking out. Well, then that's when Batman just takes over, man, just jacks this dude up, man, smashes his head right in the ground, crushes him. He's looking at him and he starts to realize, hey, there's something going on here. His eyes and everything don't look normal. Then you see him, he's back at his place, and he's talking to Alfred, trying to figure out what's going on. And the part that made me laugh here was that it was this right here. It's what Batman says to Alfred, and Alfred replies back to him, like, I don't fancy keeps much, Master Bruce, and though I enjoy the theater when I was young, I always avoided dressing up for costume parties. So that was pretty cool, And so they're trying to figure out what's going on. Some more ads again, talking about books coming out. And then you come to this, he's looking in his computer, he finds out, that there's that guy in black mask, and they're going over, hashing over who he thinks it could be, and Batman says there can pretty much only be one person, that's the Mad Hatter. And then it comes to this scene here. Lo and behold, there's the Mad Hatter. He's wearing a mask, kind of disguising himself, so no one knows it's him, because he's really there for this guy. He wants to find these masks that the Black Mask needs to, be able to control his henchmen, stuff like that, because there's power behind it where he can control them. So he thumps the dude over the head, and lo and behold, he's playing the part to this guy here, Black Mask, to, get to the end of where these masks are at, so then he can finally reveal himself. And they're questioning that dude, and he's like, I can't remember, blah, blah, blah. And then Batman, he comes up to talk to Commissioner Gordon. And I like the part that's said here, too. He says, you like sneaking up on people. I got that. But me too. And Batman replies, you're not used to it by now? So I thought that was kind of funny. I find humor in little things like that, and he starts to talk about, what his idea of who's behind all this mess, and then you get a little backstory about the guy who's wearing the black mask and everything like that, which is cool. Lo and behold, it comes back to the Black Mask and some of the circus people there, like the strong guy who basically takes, Mad Hatter and just thumps him hard, dude. But none of these guys know that that's the Mad Hatter until they get to the museum. And by that time, meanwhile downtown, there's the Mad Hatter's henchmen. I guess there's two guys, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Batman rolls up, man, grabs the dude, freaking just launches him, man. He crashes up against the wall, and he's like sitting there, and he goes, I have rights. I have big, and before he could finish it, Batman just kicks him and says, friends. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought the writing in this book was really good. I really enjoyed reading it. And, beats him up and all that stuff. They get to the museum. Lo and behold, there's the masks. And he's trying to still figure out why he can't control this guy, And he kind of explains to him, well, I'm under control of somebody else. He's like, don't just stand there, die, die, die. That's what he says. You can't make me. I'm under his protection now. And he's talking about the Mad Hatter. This comes over here. They're all starting to brawl, and Mad Hatter's got these dudes under control, and they start taking over the Black Mask and his guys. Black Mask kind of, gets the best of this dude, turns around, freaking spear chucks that guy, kills him. And then, Mad Hatter reveals himself. And they're like, oh, he's like, oh shit, it's you. And so they start to have their little talks back and forth, And then Batman just appears, bam, comes to the window, and just starts kicking some ass. Sorry for saying that word. Knocks the mask off a homeboy there. It's pretty cool, as you can see him up here, and it's coming down. So I like the panels in this. It's great. Freaking kicks the gun out of his hand. Dude's breathing fire on him, And right here, Batman's thinking to himself, they're coming at me from all sides. Have to. And then, Mad Hatter grabs the mask. He's running away with it. He thinks he's going to get away. Freaking strong guy grabs Batman by the head and just freaking chucks him. Black Mask dude freaking punches Mad Hatter, knocks off his hat, and he puts on that, puts back on the mask. Mad Hatter's like, no, you can't do this. And they start fighting, going at it. And, they're trying to figure out, like, why can't the other take over the other one's mind. Batman comes in again, freaking takes Mad Hatter, man, just shoves down the ground, kicks the mask, cracks it, and the guy's like freaking out. Oh! Like a big light, an explosion happens. And you see the mask is cracked right there. It's on the ground. Batman goes to reach for it, grabs it. Then, you see it getting put in the locker here. Batman's talking to Commissioner, telling him, hey, man, we got to keep this away from him. Can't let this happen again. Commissioner Gordon, basically tells him, reassures him, hey, I'll make sure that doesn't happen. Goes back to Arkham Asylum, and the doctors there got him again. They're saying some words, and it just ends with the end. So, that's my review on a Batman series that now I'm definitely going to get the rest of these books. I know I already have a few already. But I'm going to get the rest of these books, and I'm definitely going to read them, because this one definitely had me laughing, like I said, and really got me sucked in. But I'm gonna pass this along to another YouTuber that I really like. His name is Cal Rowe. Cal Rowe, man, if you're out there, man, if you see this vid, please jump into, man. Pick a favorite Batman story you like. Go over it like I know you always do, which is, you have great detail and great, trying to think of the right word. But anyways, bro, you can really decrypt a book really good and give good explanation of the story and everything. You're passionate with what you read and everything else you collect. So I know you do a good job, bro. So hey, man, if you can, Cal Rowe, do a good job. And Wonky Ninja, that's another guy too, man. He really can read a book, and he can really express how he feels about a book. So hey, Wonky Ninja, please, bro, if you see this too, man, hey, jump on board, man. All right, Tech Comics out. So, there we go.